ICE cannot be reformed. It cannot be rehabilitated. We must abolish ICE for good. And DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment. I don't know.
Oh my God. Oh my God, he sprayed something on her.
I need a napkin to know nothing. No, we will continue.
No. IIhan, you need to go get checked.
No, we will continue this. I'm not gonna get away with it.
You need to go get checked. No, I don't know what.
She still wanted to talk. She still wanted to give her message. That's brave.
That's whatever it is smells so bad. She needs to go get checked. I don't know
that's
what
that's what they want. Please don't let them know.
It's not about him, IIhan. It's not about him. It's about your safety. No,
100%.
he sprayed something on you. You need to go get checked. Yeah, and it smells terrible.
We're gonna keep talking. Just give me 10 minutes.
She wanted to keep talking. Even with putting her safety on the line, so she believes in her message. That's all that matters.
Minnesota strong, and we will stay resilient in the face of whatever they might throw at us. Everybody settle down. I'm going to finish my remarks. It is important for me to continue to lead my Democratic colleagues in demanding her resignation. And like I said, if she does not resign, we are going to introduce articles of impeachment.
Now, it doesn't seem like it was any kind of chemical acid or anything, because she would have immediately started to feel that. But just the odor is probably some kind of like possibly human feces or something like that. Some people are disgusting. Let's get over into the next video. This just shows us a different angle.
And DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
You can actually see it get sprayed on her. That could have ended horribly. That could have ended absolutely horribly. Let's get over into this next video where we learn a little bit more about who that is. So let's get into it.
So right off the top this hour, let's get to that moment caught on camera in Minnesota. You see lawmaker IIhan Omar. There she is at a town hall. And seconds after this, she was attacked during that town hall. Watch that moment.
DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
Ooh. Hey, she is cold now. So she got up and bucked at him. She was about to swing.
That's the moment. Minnesota Congresswoman IIhan Omar was sprayed with an unknown liquid at that town hall last night. The man who rushed Omar caught and cuffed today. Police say he's 55-year-old Anthony Kazmierczak. When this happened, Omar was in the middle, as you just heard, of calling for ICE to be abolished and for DHS Secretary Kristi Noem to resign or be impeached. Well, after the attack, the representative was defiant. She continued the town hall. She was not injured. But of course, all of this comes as people in Omar's district protest the details surrounding the fatal shooting of ICU nurse 37-year-old Alex Preddy during ICE operations. CBS News got a look at a new CBP report revealing 2 U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents fired their weapons during Preddy's killing. So let's go live to Minneapolis and CBS News correspondent Ian Lee. Ian, we all saw what happened to Representative Omar. What have you found out about the guy caught on camera spraying that substance?
Hi, Reed. Yeah, we're learning more about this man. From court records, we know that he's twice divorced. He's filed bankruptcy multiple times. He has been charged with a DUI, and he's had other minor traffic violations. We have tried to reach out to the jail where he's staying to get more information about him. We know that he is charged with a third-degree assault. Now, Capitol Police, they want to make an example out of him, and so they're looking into what other federal charges can be filed, because they don't want to have this precedent where you can attack members of Congress. And so they want to make an example. They want to throw the book at him. That will likely be up to the DOJ if they want to have those federal investigation. But if you look at that video, he is spraying this unknown liquid at Representative Omar. From what witnesses say, it had a strong stench to it. We heard from Representative Omar afterwards, posting on X, saying that I'm okay, I'm a survivor, so this small agitator isn't going to intimidate me from doing my work. I don't let bullies win. Grateful to my incredible constituents who rallied behind me. Minnesota strong. Now, correspondent Matt Gutman spoke with the governor of Minnesota to get his reaction. Here's what he had to say.
So many people are curious about last night. Do you blame President Trump for what this attack on Representative Omar?
Well, certainly, it's the tone that's in this country. This has all been said. I think it goes back, years of this type of political rhetoric. I can't specifically, and I know the subject. I talked to the representative last night. She was good, but this is the thing that there's no tone. And I said that the president constantly attacks Representative Omar, attacks her citizenship, attacks the very decency of it, and we've asked him time and time again to stop it. I don't believe he's capable of stopping it. I keep coming back to this. The decency of the American people is going to have to speak up, because even in any small thing he puts on social media, he finds a way to attack her. I'm glad she's safe.
See, I don't think you can blame Trump, just like I don't think you can blame Democrats when someone does something crazy against a certain party. It's mainly on the individual. Someone's crazy enough to attack someone just because of their views. I mean, this could have been acid, just like it could have been like an assassination attack if he really wanted it to. But I don't think you gotta blame the individual. Don't blame someone other political. Just it's on the person who actually commits the crime.
Reed, Representative Omar isn't skipping a beat. She has another public engagement later today.
Well, Ian, you've also read through the Customs and Border Protection report on these cases. What are you learning?
You know what's interesting about this report is what it has in it and what it doesn't have in it. For instance, it does give a detailed description of the events leading up to the shooting, how there was a confrontation. They tried to detain and arrest him. That at one point, someone shouts, "He's got a gun." They took away the gun from him, and about 5 seconds later, he was shot and killed by 2 agents. Now, that gun was taken and put into a car by one of the agents. But what was interesting is nowhere in that report does it mention that he went for his gun, he tried to grab his gun, he tried to use his gun. And that's interesting because in the aftermath of that shooting, the federal government came out and said that these were defensive shots fired. So there's a lot of questions on that, a lot of questions about the chain of custody with that gun, that it wasn't placed in evidence right away. And so there's a lot of questions, especially from state and local officials who say they want an impartial joint investigation. They don't believe the federal government alone can do a good job. They want to be part of that. And so that was interesting. Now, in this statement, it also said this is all preliminary. Don't draw any conclusions. This statement was mainly stating the facts of what happened. That investigation reads still very much ongoing.
So, it sounds like that they specifically stated that they took away the gun, and then after that, that's when they shot. They didn't mention that he had another gun on him or anything like that. So I don't see how they can get around that. And I'm assuming, just not assuming, but all the stuff that they initially said is just them trying to be ahead of the situation. They was trying to put faith in the ICE officers, so they assumed that they fired in self-defense. Now, I don't know. Like I said, we don't know all the facts. They could come out with something later that they say that, okay, they were firing in defensive shots. But as of right now, I don't know what to say. At the end of the day, I will say this. I always say it's better don't fight. Do not fight. Never fight the police. Never fight ICE. Don't just do what they say. And then if you feel like your rights are being violated, call a lawyer after that. It's not worth risking your life fighting against a police officer because you don't know if he's or any kind of agent in general, because you don't know if he is a good one or takes the badge to his head. But let's get over into the AI breakdown to see what else we can learn about this, or if they tell us anything different about this whole attack on Representative Omar. So as we know, it happened yesterday, where Representative Omar was attacked during a town hall meeting. A man lunged at the podium and used a syringe to spray a liquid at the representative. Witnesses noticed a strong vinegar-like smell, and forensic analysts later identified the substance as non-toxic, like apple cider vinegar. Okay. But that just goes to show that he could have had anything in that bottle, and she was out in the open for anybody to prey on. The quick response security and the Minneapolis police officers immediately tackled the assailant. Omar was uninjured and resumed the town home for about 25 minutes later, stating, "I don't let bullies win." Police later identified the man as Anthony. I'm not even going to try to say the last name. 55 years old, of Minneapolis. He was arrested and booked of suspicion of third-degree felony assault. The FBI has since taken a lead in the investigation to determine if any federal charges are warranted. So the attack occurred amid heightened tensions in Minneapolis following the recent fatal shooting by a federal agent. Just before the assault, Omar had been calling for the abolishment of ICE and the resignation of the Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. So the social media post attributed to the showing a history of pro-Trump sentiment and extreme hostility towards Democrats. You can agree with Trump and really like Trump, but you don't have to. Extreme hostility sounds crazy to me. It's President Trump accused Omar without evidence of orchestrating and staging the incident. That is crazy. But what kind of charges? What kind of time can he expect to get? What does third-degree felony even get you? So he could face significant prison time, as both the state and federal authorities have jurisdiction over the assault on the Representative Omar. So the minimum sentence, third-degree assault carries a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison. Reality of sentencing for the first-time offender, he'll most likely, rather than giving him the 5 years, they most likely give him probation and local jail time instead of the 5-year maximum. Yeah, absolutely crazy situation, y'all. No matter how you feel about it, this just goes to show there needs to be more security around any one of these representative or any, because in the climate that we're living in now, you never know what somebody can do. You never know how far somebody will go because they disagree with what somebody is saying. It's a crazy situation, y'all, but let me know your thoughts and let me know if you disagree with anything I said.